A family is forever changed in the blink of an eye when a loved one dies unexpectedly. Even worse, for some families, the ones left behind miss the chance to say goodbye, to offer words of comfort, or to share one last laugh. Sometimes there's no warning at all, and those final moments can play on repeat in the minds of the living, wondering what could have been. In late 2017, a Florida man named Christopher Irvin made a phone call that would haunt his family forever. The year before, he'd met the love of his life, Morgan, and now his first child, a little girl named Hazel, was getting ready to celebrate her second birthday. His second child, a baby boy, was on the way. Money was tight, but dreams were big, and Christopher thought he finally had it all: love, family, and a promising career. All he had to do was hold on just a little longer. Christopher had just started a new job at the Big Bend Power Station in Tampa, Florida. It was his fourth day. He was excited, hopeful, and proud. The plant manager told him that this was a good, solid company. There was overtime available and good benefits. And with all those extra hours, Christopher could finally give his family the stability they needed. That morning, he kissed his wife goodbye and headed to work, not knowing it would be the last time she'd see him. At the power plant, Christopher was assigned to clean out a slag tank beneath a running boiler. The boiler burned natural gas and coal to produce steam, which generated electricity. The waste product was called slag. It was basically a mixture of sand and other materials that formed a thick layer on the bottom of the boiler, and it was burning hot like lava. To remove it, a robotic arm would tilt the tank while workers inside vacuumed up the burning debris. It was dangerous, dirty work, but someone had to do it. Just minutes before the accident, Christopher picked up his phone and called his mother. Maybe he felt something. Maybe he just wanted to hear her voice. But she was busy. She didn't answer. She would later regret that. On December 21, 2017, as Christopher worked in the slag tank, the robotic arm tilted the tank just a little bit too far. Suddenly, the burning slag poured out of the tank and engulfed 5 workers in flames. One worker tried to escape, but it was too late. He tripped over a hose and fell into the molten waste. Another worker managed to get out, but suffered serious burns on his hands and arms. They ran to help their co-workers, but it was no use. Christopher and 2 others were dead instantly. Their bodies were covered in burning ash from head to toe. When firefighters arrived, they had to put out the flames on the ground before they could even begin searching for survivors. An investigation would later reveal that Tampa Electric had banned this cleaning method after a similar accident in 1997. But in 2017, the company brought it back. They wanted to save time and money, but now a family was shattered and 2 children would grow up without a father. Tampa Electric was fined more than $500,000 for safety violations. But the damage was done. Christopher Irvin wasn't just a worker. He was a father, a husband, a son, and his life was taken by a decision that should never have been made. This wasn't just a workplace accident. It was a stolen future, a missed call, a fire that took everything. It's hard to imagine how the Irvin family could have possibly known about the dangers lurking within the walls of the Big Bend Power Station. But in that moment, all she felt was a deep, overwhelming sadness, a premonition that something terrible had happened. She didn't want to believe it, but deep down she knew. She knew that her husband, her wonderful, amazing Christopher, was gone. When the news finally broke, Morgan's world shattered. She fell to her knees, unable to believe that her husband, her best friend, the love of her life, was gone. She could feel the life draining out of her, leaving her empty and hollow. She had lost more than just a husband. Now, almost 6 years since the tragic accident, Morgan still finds herself haunted by the past. The pain of losing Christopher is still raw, as if it happened yesterday. She feels his absence in every room of their house, in every corner, in every silence. The laughter of children echoes with a painful reminder of the laughter that should have filled their home. The dreams that once promised a bright future are now tainted with the bitter reality of the present. But through it all, Morgan holds on to the love she shared with Christopher. Because in the tapestry of life, every thread, no matter how fragile, is woven with meaning, and every moment, no matter how fleeting, is a chance to love, to learn, and to leave a legacy of kindness and strength. Before we go, please make sure to leave a comment and subscribe so that we can bring you more videos like this. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.